in what they're doing. Perhaps you could focus on what we can expect to hear from you tonight within the context of what you'll be presenting, and we'll take it from there.
Okay, go ahead, Nate.
Well, tonight I'll be playing with Jose. We play at about, I think we play 9:30 at the Darling stage, and Jose is an interesting musician because he exists at an intersection of a lot of different things. You know, he went to New School as a jazz vocalist and studied the history of jazz singing, but he also grew up as a kid in the Midwest, and he, you know, was into hip hop in a major way. You know, he seems to have a wide sphere of influence, and it kind of makes it important for me to call on a lot of different influences too when I play with him. And you know, this is a broad topic, and we could go on forever, and I know we're running out of time, but I do think one of the things that Dave said earlier about the triplet and how we seem to not be investigating it. You know, I just finished this helping Dan Charnas with this class at NYU about Dilla. We talked about Dilla.
Right.
And basically, in my mind, Dilla was a drummer who couldn't play drums. So he played the MPC. That was his thing. He was a jazz drummer. I feel like in his heart, he was in his mind. And I feel like if you really listen to what he does, the way he programs the music, and the influence he's had on a whole generation of musicians, you hear that there's this triplet feel that he puts into the way he programs the music. And it swings, especially the way he programs. This is what we talked about. We talked about what Dan defined as Dilla time was a conflict between the straight eighth and the triplet, and this place that it lives. And I feel like that's a big part of what contemporary jazz musicians are thinking about in terms of how they're placing, and especially guys who come out of a, sort of an understanding of the history of the music. They say, okay, well, it started here, then it went here, then it went here, then it took this turn here where the inspiration came from someone who was a non-drummer or I believe he was a musician, but he wasn't technically a drummer, but he gave something to the vocabulary, and I think it was a pretty good contribution. But anyway, I feel like I think about him when we start playing with Jose, we start playing parts and loops. I'm always thinking about that idea of how to swing the eighth note, and that conflict between the straight eighth and the swung eighth, that thing that,
And Jose James is always posting videos of your drum solos. I think he's up to number 36.
So we did a tour like earlier this year, and he got it to like 48 or 49. He's got a series. I don't even see half of them. He's just like, yeah, man, this one got a lot. He would tell me the view count.
Yeah.
He may know, this one didn't get as many, man. You slipping.
Yeah.
You gotta.
But number 17, right?
I mean, we got number 17 was dope. We got to get back to that.
Dave?
Well, we're 4/5 of the original Electric Band. John Patitucci couldn't make these gigs because he's back with Wayne, so long story that I personally want to hit him over the head for. But no, the great Nathan East has done his homework, and he's a great bass player. So we're hitting at 10:45 with the Electric Band. Everybody else is original in the group. Chick is 76 years old, and he's playing like he's 46. He looks like he's 56. So it's unbelievable, and we're just having a great time. So hopefully you're awake and can come and check it out. We're having a ball playing. So, wasn't the audience supposed to get a chance to ask anything? Do we have time for anybody to ask
Frank,
a question?
It's in the hands of our stage manager.
Does anybody want to ask anything from any of us up here? Just thought we'd
Any
take
questions
the
from the
opportunity
audience?
to try to include you a little bit if you want to ask something.
Any drummers out there?
Wow, that's interesting.
Okay. You must have a question. Sir in the hat.
Sir in the hat. No.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll swing it over to Mark.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, tonight's with my band, the Jazz Quartet. It's an acoustic environment. So it's the overheads and bass drum, and it's my humble attempt to make a statement in that palette that has given me so much inspiration. And although the music isn't very traditional jazz, I'm drawing from those influences. And for me, the most important thing is that there's lots of room inside the music for the guys to explore. And it gets back to, although it's my band, my goals, of course, don't change. I'm just trying to support the music and provide a strong foundation for them to play their best, and
You just get all the headache and assume all the risk.
Exactly. So, and it is yes, but it is also fun to have an outlet for my compositions too. It's a high in a different way, of course. But yeah, I just love, because there's so much room in the music. We all have our responsibilities, but because there's so much room, it allows each night to be quite different, and that's what keeps me really excited and looking forward to, the unknown, basically.
This whole summer has been your band.
It will be from now till the rest of the year. I was out with Donnie last week.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fantastic. And it's all your tunes. Right?
Not all, but Chris Morrissey, the bass player, has 2 songs. We have a new record coming out in the fall.
Okay.
And then we play one David Bowie song. Otherwise, it's my music, yeah.
Fantastic. We'll definitely be there to all the sets.
Yes, all of them.
Sir, I'm throwing it your way. Okay. Yeah, question over here. From someone else from New York.
Yeah.